So you've been practicing Neville Goddard's teachings, applying the wolf assumption, and working on your self-concept. But how do you know it is transforming? Well, my friend, in this video, I want to share with you 6 signs that your self-concept is transforming, that you will recognize in your life when it is actually taking an effect, having an effect on your perception of yourself. Because ultimately, this is what a self concept is, isn't it? So, that being the case, my friend, let's directly get into the topic and explore what are those 6. Yeah, it's working. So, let's directly get into the topic and explore what are those 6 signs. First of all, you'll find that you start to love and accept yourself exactly the way you are. Now, why is this the case? Why, when your self concept is transforming, you start loving and accepting yourself the way you are? It simply is because of the fact that this presence awareness, who is ultimately yourself at the depths and the core of who you are, the presence awareness of your own being, it is changeless. It is here now. It haven't ever left you in your life. It was always with you from the moment you were born to the moment you die, even the moment before you were born. The presence awareness of your being was always with you. So it was always loving you and accepting you unconditionally, loving the whole of your experience, loving this mind body which you find yourself being the way it is, through all the changes it has gone through. So the self concept, who you are on the inside, at the core of yourself, it is already loving and accepting of everything that you are on the manifest self, in the expression of your body and mind. So this is the first sign, my friend. You love your and accept yourself more the way you are. So you find that I don't really have to change to love and accept myself. I am perfectly good. I am a unique human being expressing the uniqueness of infinity. Infinity being yourself, because this awareness of being, the same awareness of being that is looking from my eyes right now, is looking from your eyes right now. It has infinite amounts of unique expressions, unique body mind expressions. Part of you, this is part of these expressions are you, another part of them is me. And so each expression is unique. It is already self-accepted and self-loved by itself, by definition. So this is the first sign, my friend. Now the second sign that you'll notice is that you don't doubt yourself as much. You don't doubt your self-worth, meaning that your self-worth, who you are and how worthy you are, isn't dependable as much it was on the outside circumstances and the expression of your life in the circumstantial 3D reality. So your self-worth, you're not doubting your self-worth. It doesn't, like, this means that no matter what happens on the inside, no matter if the relationship you want with your specific person happens the way you want it or not, this doesn't speak nothing about your self-worth. You know that you're worthy either way. Why you're worthy? Well, you're worthy because you exist, meaning that the presence awareness of your being, this is what your self-concept becomes when you start working on it. So the presence of the awareness of your being, it is already worthy. So the self-worth of your personality now start working in alignment with the self-worth that is already self-contained within the one self that you are. This one self being the awareness of your being. So you don't you become more stable. You are not as like, what was this word, you're not as destabilized as you were before. So let's say somebody tells you that um that you look funny today, that you're not good looking, that um that you're not smart or whatever, and this was hurting you before. Now it doesn't hurt you so much because you know that this awareness of being, it's already worthy of what it is, and there is nothing else that it needs to have for it to exist as worthy as it is right now. It's funny, but this is another sign, my friend. You don't doubt your self-worth as much. So the third sign you'll notice, the third sign is that you don't need external validation anymore, or at least you need less of it. Now, this is connected to the second sign, but the third sign is more related to your circumstantial reality, meaning that let's say you have a goal and you would only feel worthy and confident and significant when you fulfill that goal on the outside. Let's say this goal is earning X amount of money per month. And no matter if you achieve that goal or not, you don't you don't need external validation from the fulfillment of that goal. So it's like you feel significant going through the process of achieving that goal. You feel the same amount of significance going through the process of achieving that goal as you would feel if you didn't achieve it. It doesn't change the fact that you're here and just playing with with reality the way it is and expressing your potential. And so your sense of self-worth and significance and like dignity you have of yourself, it doesn't change. It doesn't wobble as much. It's more stable. You're being stabilized in the center of your own being. The center of your own being is your awareness of being. Aren't you aware now? You are aware now. So if you've been working on your self-concept, now this means that you find stability in your awareness of being because you know yourself as being God, the Godhead of your life, the creator of your life. You are the one. You are this awareness of being, and this awareness of being will never leave you. So if it never leaves you, it doesn't need any external validation for it to be there. So it is self-validated. And that's why this is a sign, like you don't need external validation for you to feel good about yourself, because you know that the fact you exist and that everything else you experience in the expressionate forms of your existence, in the expression with your mind body, everything else that you experience, it's secondary to your awareness of being. Your awareness of being comes first. And if your awareness of being stays always here now with you, it never changes. It doesn't need any external validation. It is already self-validated. I know it's a paradox, but it's also a sign. So if you find that to be the case for you, well, congratulations, my friend. This means that your self-concept is transforming. Now, the fourth sign, what is the next one? The fourth sign is that you prioritize caring for yourself. You prioritize yourself. So you prioritize caring for yourself first and then helping others second. Because for most people, what happens before they start transforming their self-concept? And for most empaths, ultimately, and I believe that most people who watch this channel are more empathetic and sensitive because I know what kind of people I attract to myself. So what happens is that most sensitive people, and most probably it has been a habit of yours to compromise your own values, your own goals, your own needs for others. And you wanted others to feel good first, and it didn't matter as much if you felt good about yourself or not. And so it's a sign that your self-concept is shifting when you start prioritizing caring for yourself before you care for others. Because you understand, if your glass isn't full initially, then you cannot give unto others. You cannot give unto others what you don't have in yourself. So that's why caring for yourself and starting to care more and more for yourself is a sign that you are being complete now. Your self-concept is transforming. Next one, my friend, like the last one, actually the fifth and sixth signs, they're connected to your boundaries. So the fifth sign is that you stand up for yourself fearlessly. So you don't allow the opinion of others to move you, to sway you as much as it did before. So you understand that the opinion other people had about you was a reflection of your state of being. And so if it was a reflection, it's a reminder that they're giving you to let you know that you can get back to center. And by getting back to center, understand that you're already worthy just because you exist. So you stand up for yourself fearlessly. And if other people have destructive behavior towards you, or like they're, let's say, they're verbally destructive, they're verbally aggressive, you stand up, you're willing to stand up and say something like, look, I don't tolerate this kind of speaking anymore. What you're saying speaks more about you than it speaks about me, because I know I've healed within myself. This doesn't touch me. These words doesn't touch me anymore. And I just want to let you know that. I just want you to know that it's not like, I appreciate the reflection. I appreciate what you're saying. Let's say if the other person is verbally offensive, but you're not taking it personally anymore, and you're willing to stand up to yourself fearlessly. Stand up with yourself in relation to others, not because you want to offend them. No, that's not the reason here. No, it's because you want to let know others the values you are holding to close to heart, close to your heart. And so if you're not tolerating any destructive, manipulative behavior, people wearing masks, lying to yourself, to your face, then you say that clearly. You're able to stand up, to stand up behind your words, because your self-concept is transforming, and you know that you're now holding truth inside of yourself, and this truth, it's reflecting on the outside, and so it is fearless. Because if there were something on the inside to be heard, then you wouldn't be standing as much for yourself, standing up for yourself. But if you have already healed those limiting beliefs, integrated those limiting beliefs that were afraid to be heard, that were afraid that you wouldn't be understood, that were afraid that you wouldn't be respected, or like you would be rejected, and you investigated each of them properly, you know that there is nothing in yourself that could be rejected, hurt, or like disrespected or offended. And so whenever you see such kind of behavior on the outside, you're speaking up fearlessly, you're standing up, because you know what is the truth about yourself, and you're not willing to compromise that truth. You're not willing to tolerate anything contrary to that truth. And it has become a habit of you to transform, to use revision, the revision technique that Neville Goddard speaks about. By the way, if you still haven't checked it out, I'll put it in the description, but yeah, check out the video in which I share with you how you can completely change your past. I share with you a story of how I did that, and I'm doing it for smaller events now also, but I share with you how I transformed my traumatic past by working with the revision technique by Neville Goddard. You can check it out in the description. So yeah, you stand up for yourself fearlessly. This is what it means. This is another sign, my friend. And now the last sixth sign is that you set strong, healthy boundaries whenever it is necessary in the 3D circumstantial world. Because you understand, okay, the world and other people, they are a reflection. And so I know that I have changed within myself. And since I have changed within myself and work on my self-concept, transform that self-concept, then it's a natural reflection that I start embodying and radiating the qualities that I have already appropriated within myself. So speaking up my boundaries, my strong boundaries, is part of that process. It's not something you force. It's something that happens almost by itself whenever you have worked on your self-concept enough, and you have like integrated the like the awareness of your being enough times throughout everyday circumstances that you face in your, let's say, relationship, or like in your job, with people, with clients, with your boss, with your manager, like unpreferred circumstances. When you face them and you remember who you are at the depth of yourself, then it starts becoming natural for you to have strong boundaries, which then you communicate clearly, transparently. And now, if this is something that you feel is currently unfolding for you and need help with, you can check out the 3 questions healthy boundaries framework down in the description, because it will help you tremendously with that process. This is a process that I'm applying with my personal clients, and in like 2 weeks of time, they are completely eradicating any toxic relationships from their life. So you can definitely give it a try if this is something you're currently working with. you'll find it so much valuable. So these are the 6 signs, my friend. And now, if you recognize those 6 signs in your life, I would highly encourage you to comment down below to affirm them, to affirm the shift and transformation you've been going through, because this is some powerful work you've been doing, and it deserves to be congratulated for. You deserve to be congratulated for it. So I highly suggest, if you recognize at least a couple of those signs, let me know in the comments, and I would also love it if you share part of your journey with me. That being the case, my friend, I want to thank you so much for watching. I trust you found this video to be helpful. Let me know if this is the case in the comments. Also, if you are new to the Soulful Relationships channel and you like the content I produce, like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, share it with friends, and I will see you around in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, my friend. Bye-bye for now. Have a great day.